sky is turning a heavy shade of gray. I hear the thunder rolling across the open fields. Everyone else can for a way to escape, but I am pulling my coat tight against my chest. I have decided exactly where I belong. I have decided exactly where I belong. It is right here in the center of the storm. I will stand like a mountain in the rain. My heart is the ground that will not move, will not move. Every breath I take is a vow to stay right here. Stay forever. You are the reason I find my internal strength. And I am the shield that guards your every step. It is not easy to keep the fire burning bright when the cold tries to steal away from us. I have seen the others walk away in the fear, but my hands are steady and my vision is clear. Oh, I know the value of the sacrifice I make. There is a peace in knowing my soul is true. I will stand like a mountain in the rain. My heart is the ground that will not move, will not move. Every breath I take is a vow to stay right here. You are the reason I find my internal strength. And I am the shield that guards your every step. There is no turning back from the path I took. No turning back. I have given everything I am to this one truth. Let the world shake and let the high tides rise. I am rooted deep within the earth we share. I will stand like a mountain in the rain. My heart is the ground that will not move, will not move. Every breath I take is a vow to stay right here. You are the reason I find my internal strength. And I am the shield that guards your every step. I am the shield every move. There are shadows in the hallway where your pictures used to hang. The silence has a language now and every word is your name. I still leave one light on in case your memory gets lost. Like somehow love could find its way back over all this frost. Like somehow love could find its way back over all this frost. The cup you used on Sunday sits untouched beside the sink, and I still catch myself turning around before I think. It's strange how empty rooms can feel much heavier at night. It's strange how empty rooms can feel much heavier at night. Like the walls have learned the shape of loss and hold it far too tight. I thought time would teach my heart to let go, but every hour just reminds me what I know. Now I walk through ashes in the hallway, trying to find the fire we used to be. Every step echoes like goodbye. Every breath hurts quietly. You were the song inside my chest, the only place that felt like home. Now I am just a tired voice, learning how to grieve alone. I still remember rainy evenings wrapped in borrowed light. The way you leaned into my shoulder like the world was doing fine. Now the moon spills through the window like a witness to the end, and every sleepless conversation is one I cannot send. I hear your laughter in the places where the floorboards softly creak, and I lose another battle every time I try to think. And I lose another battle every time I try to sleep, because your absence is a storm that doesn't need a sound. Because your absence is a storm that doesn't need a sound. It just settles in my bones and slowly pulls me down. I told myself the worst would pass somehow, but losing you is all I know right now. strings swell softly beneath the piano, and yours still lives in every room. And I am standing in the ruins, begging broken things to bloom, but flowers do not grow from sorrow when the sun has gone away. So I keep your name beneath my tongue and survive another day. Now I walk through ashes in the hallway, carrying the smoke of what we were. Every dream still ends, every memory still hurts. You were the warmth inside my hands, the quiet under every storm, trying to keep your shadow warm. Only piano remains, the pictures fade, but I still hear you call. I am still losing all. By day, I wear a steady face, I speak in calm and measured ways. I laugh when people need me to, and nobody suspects the truth. But every evening after dark, the cracks begin inside my heart, and all the strength I show outside turns into something else I hide. The world sees a man standing tall, but no one hears the quiet fall. The storm behind my eyes, they only hear the simple words, not the hurt beneath the lines. I carry thunder in my veins, but I have learned to smile so well, no one sees the rain. I pass the places we once knew and act like they mean nothing now. But every doorway, every street still pulls your memory from the ground. Sometimes I stop my car at red lights and feel my whole body go weak, because grief does not ask permission, it just arrives when I can't speak. And though the sky above looks clear, there's weather breaking in here. The storm behind my eyes, they only hear the simple words, not the hurt beneath the lines. I carry thunder in my chest, but I have learned to smile so well, no one sees the rain. Maybe that's what men are taught, to drown in silence, hide the flood, to call it strength when all it is learning how to master blood. Tonight I sing because the truth deserves at least one place to live. And if this song all I have, then this is all I give. Now you can hear the rain in me, the storm behind my eyes, the part of me that broke in two, the part that still survives. I carry thunder in my chest, but now a sorrow has a human shape, that I am shaped like rain. No one saw, no one knew how much of me still belonged to you. There's a place where nothing speaks, just the space between our beats. And I find you there sometimes, in the quiet of my mind. Even when you're not around, I can still feel your sound, like a memory in the air that still says you were here. Between silence and the storm is where I keep you warm. I keep you here. Even when the world moves on, my heart is still your home. You are the reason I hold on so long. Between silence and the storm, I don't need to see your face to know you still have grace. Every absence that I feel still reminds me what is real. Even distance fades away, like a language you don't say, like a language only mine, written in the edge of time. Between silence and the storm is where I keep you warm. Even when the world moves on, my heart is still your home. You are the reason I hold on so long. Between silence and the storm, if the night tries to divide what I carry deep inside, even silence cannot break what the heart will always do. I'm still the one I know. I will always keep you warm. Even time cannot erase. You are the reason I don't feel alone. Between silence and the storm, silence, still you, storm, still you, and I remain in between. I found an old photograph under the bed tonight. Both of us laughing, both of us holding on tight. The edges were bent, the colors had started to drain, like even the picture got tired of carrying pain. I held it up under the kitchen light and watched our forever grow dim in my sight. It hurts how a memory can stay so clear while the people inside it disappear. I can touch the paper, but not your hand, and that is a truth I still don't understand. We are fading through the frame, like smoke that cannot stay. Two hearts once caught in one, still shot, now drifting far away. You still look alive in that little square, like love had never known an end. But I am the only one left here, fading through the frame again. There was a time I thought pictures could save the best parts of us from the pull of the grave. Not death in the literal physical sense, but the slow death of distance, regret and defense. You can keep a smile frozen for years if you try, but you cannot keep warm what was born to die. And maybe that's why this small piece of our past feels more cruel than kind when I hold it too long. Because memory shines with a borrowed grace, while real life forgets the shape of a face. If I could step inside that photograph, I would live for a while where your hand was still in mine, and every wound had not gone wild. But time is glass and love is breath, and nothing living keeps its shape. So I kiss the image one last time and watch us slowly fade. We are fading through the frame, into colors I can't hold, into younger versions of ourselves, too distant now, too bold. You still look like home to me, though home is not a place I know. And I am standing in the kitchen, letting one more memory go. Bent corners, soft light, two ghosts, one night. You walked away, but half of me stayed in the doorway where your shadow changed. I smiled like a man who could take the pain, but something inside me never came back again. But something inside me never came back again. People say heartbreak is only a phase, a season that passes, a fog that will fade. But some goodbyes don't leave like that. But some goodbyes don't leave like that. They take what you are and never give it back. I'm still here, but not the same. Ever since I learned your leaving had a name. Because half of me stayed with you, in the air, in the dust, in the blue, in the house we almost made a life in the prayers I still send at night. And I move and I breathe and I speak, but I am not whole when the world goes weak. Half of me stayed with you the day love slipped out of sight. I've learned how to laugh in the company of friends, how to nod when they tell me someday this all ends. But no one can see how the quiet begins. The moment I'm home and the dark settles in, your books are all gone, your perfume is too, but memory clings in impossible ways to a room. And I swear there are nights when the floor feels the same as the night that you left and forgot my name. I can carry the silence, I can carry the ache, but I cannot carry the shape you still make. Because half of me stayed with you, in the air, in the dust, in the blue, in the life that was almost ours before it broke in two. And I tried to become someone new, but the mirror keeps telling the truth. Half of me stayed with you, and the rest just follows through. Maybe one day I will find the missing pieces of my heart, not to replace what I have lost, but to survive the empty parts. Still tonight I feel the torch, still to learn what else to do. So I sing the space you left and call that courage, call that truth. Sounds like grieving all alone, because half of me stayed with you, and half of me still loves you. You walked away. If you cannot stay with me, then stay inside my memory, like a light I can more read, like a light I cannot touch, but I feel it just enough. Every moment slips away, but you never truly fade. Like a shadow on my skin, you are still beneath my breath. Hold me in your memory, even if you're far from me. Every piece of what we were, every piece of what we were, still survives inside your world. You are the reason I don't disappear. Hold me in your memory. I don't need your hands to stay, just the echo of your name. Even distance cannot break what my heart refused to erase. If you turn and find a way, like a whisper holding light, hold me in your memory, even if you're far from me. Every piece of what we were, every piece of what we were, still survives inside your world. You are the reason I don't disappear. Hold me in your memory. Even if the world forgets every vow and every no letting go. I will live inside the past, if that's the way love lasts. Just don't let me fully go. Hold me in your memory, like I never left your seat. Every heart's where we were strong. You are the reason I still feel near. Hold me in your memory, memory, still me, memory, still you, and I remain with you. The world keeps pulling at my name, but I still burn the same. Every step I take alone still leads me back to you. I still feel you underneath, I still feel you underneath. Like a vow I never broke, living in every note. I still stand for you tonight, even when I lose the light. Every breath I take is true, every breath I take is true. Still belongs to only you. You are the reason I don't fall apart. I still stand for you. I've learned to carry all the pain like it's part of my name, but I don't regret a thing if it keeps you listening. If it keeps you listening. Even silence knows my face, still waiting in the same place. Like a promise holding on when everything is gone. I still stand for you tonight, even when I lose the light. Every breath I take is true, every breath I take is true. Still belongs to only you. You are the reason I don't fall apart. I still stand for you. If I break for love. That was always enough. No turning back. Even distance can't erase what I never replaced. You are still my way back. I still stand for you tonight, even if I lose the fight. Every scar I carry through only leads me bound my heart. I still stand for you until the end of truth. There was a moment before the rain, before we ever felt the pain. You were standing in the light, like the calm before the night. I didn't know what love could be until you were in front of me. Like a truth I couldn't deny, written in a single glance. We were dancing in the air, like forever lived right there. We were weightless. Every heartbeat felt so new. Every dream was built on you. You were the beginning I never saw coming. Oh, before the storm. Every word was soft and slow, like time was letting us grow. There was no fear in your eyes, only endless open skies. We didn't think of what could break, we only felt what we could make. Like the world was standing still, just to watch our hearts begin. We were dancing in the air, like forever lived right there. We were weightless, every heartbeat felt so new. Every dream was built on you. You were the beginning I never saw coming. Oh, before the storm. If I could go back to that place, I would still choose your face. No regrets, even knowing what would be. You were everything to me. From the start, from the start, we were dancing in the air, like forever lived right there. Still I feel it, every memory stays the same, like a never fading flame. You were the beginning of everything I am. Oh, before the storm, before the rain, there was you, only you. If I meet you in another life, I hope the timing will be kind. I hope the world is less afraid and leaves no shadows in your mind. I hope I find you in a place where neither of us has to run, where love is not a borrowed match, blown out before it's fully done. Because I have made my peace with this, but not with what we might have been. If I meet you in another life, know you by the way, my soul becomes a little lighter. When you look at me that way, and be there we get to keep the love we could not hold in this one. If I meet you in another life, please don't leave before we've begun. Here your memory is all I own, a tender and a faithful ghost, a chapter I still read at night when loneliness is at its most. But somewhere past this grief and time, past all the nights I could not save, I like to think the universe keeps softer roads for hearts this brave. So I don't curse the end we knew, I just imagine better skies for you. If I meet you in another life, know you by the way, my soul becomes a little lighter. When you look at me that way, and me there we get to keep the love we could not hold in this one. If I meet you in another life, please don't leave before we've begun. And if there is no second lifetime, no hidden door, no later chance, then let this song become the place. Let these notes hold all the tenderness this world would not let us complete, like flowers laid at broken feet. If I meet you in another life, I will not ask where you have been, and let the light come rushing in, because some love too pure therein. So if I meet you in another life, I will love you all again. Until then, be at peace. In some other dawn, find me there where it just begins. There's a paper moon hanging over this town, thin and fragile, ready to fall down. Just like the promises we spoke so low, as if whispering made them stronger somehow. I still wear the ring mark on my hand, though the metal is gone, and I understand that love is not always a thing you can hold. Sometimes it leaves you with nothing but cold, and I still hear your footsteps in my mind. Even though your road no longer crosses mine. Under this paper moon, goodbye. I am standing where we used to shine, watching our forever turn to dust, trying not to ask why. You were the dream I could not keep, the ache I carried through the night, and all that's left above this town is a paper moon, goodbye. The diner on Main still closes at 10, and the old jukebox still plays our song again. But I don't go in, I just pass it slow, like a man avoiding a wound he knows. There are things I never got to say, like how your silence changed my days, like how I tried to be enough for your storm, but lost myself just trying to keep you warm. Some loves don't break with sound or rage, they just fade like words off an old page. If I could fold this grief away, I would back every word I bled, but the sky keeps hanging cut in white, a fragile thing I cannot touch. Under this paper moon, goodbye. I still search the dark for signs that maybe somewhere love survives. But here beneath this borrowed light, I only have the shines above my loss is a paper moon, goodbye. The night bends thin, the world turns blue, the moon looks torn the way I do. The world can try to change my name, but I still burn the same. Every road I walk alone still leads me back to home. Your echo makes me stay, like a truth I can't erase. Living in every race, living in every space. I am still yours, still here, even through every fear. Every breath I take is true, still belongs to only you. You are the reason I don't disappear. I am still yours, still here. I've carried silence through the night, still searching for your light. Every wound I try to hide still calls your name inside. If the distance breaks my frame, I will still call out your name, like a fire that won't die underneath the endless sky. I am still yours, still here, even through every fear. Every breath I take is true, still belongs to only you. You are the reason I don't disappear. I am still yours, still here. If you ever lose your sight, follow love into the night. I will be the steady sound that will always bring you round. I am still yours, still here, even when you're not near. Every scar becomes a thread still here, and I will never disappear. The bed is too wide when you're not here. It holds too much cold, too much space, too much fear. Your side stays untouched like a promise I keep, while I talk to the dark instead of trying to sleep. The night stretches long like it warm asleep. The night stretches long like it wants me to break, and every small sound feels louder when I'm awake. I reach through the sheets like I'm reaching through time for the hand that once fit in the center of mine. I never knew silence could scream this way, or that one goodbye could outlive the day. The bed is too wide, the room is too still. The moon on the window is colder than it feels. I keep waking up where your heartbeat was, with nothing but memory holding me up. If loneliness had a shape tonight, it would look like your side of the bed, and I would lie beside that ghost, listening to the words we never said. I folded your sweater, but I did not let it go. It still smells like the winter from 2 years ago. And maybe that sounds like a man who can't move on, but grief is just love with nowhere left to belong. I replay the night that you packed up your pain and walked out so calm while I stood in the rain. You didn't slam the door, you just closed it with care, which somehow made losing you harder to bear. Because anger burns and disappears with light, but tenderness survives the darkest night. Maybe somewhere you are sleeping without the weight I gave your heart. Maybe peace has found the pieces that fell apart when we fell apart. And maybe I should want that for you. Maybe I do, though it tears me through, because love does not stop loving just because it lost the room. The bed is too wide, the dawn is too pale, and all my brave pretending always seems to fail. I still turn around when the blankets move, like some part of me still expects you. If loneliness had a name tonight, I know exactly what it'd be. It would sound like your voice at midnight, whispering goodbye to me. The bed is too wide, the night is too long. I still haven't erased the last voicemail you left. Your voice is a room I keep visiting when I'm wrecked. You said you were sorry, you needed some space, but even in leaving, you sounded full of grace. I know every pause, every breath, every break, every small trembling second I replay when I ache. And maybe it's foolish to hold on to sound, but it's all that I have when your face isn't around. A screen full of silence, a heart full of scars, and one tiny message that still hits hard. You're the last voice on my phone, the last light when the night gets long. I press play just to feel less alone, even though I know you're gone. And every word falls through me slowly, like rain through a house with no roof. You're the last voice on my phone, and the closest thing I have to truth. I tried to delete it one cold afternoon, but my hand wouldn't move and I left the room. Because saying goodbye in a permanent way feels like losing you all over again in one day. My friends tell me healing needs harder steps, that I can't keep living in digital wrecks. But grief has its own little rituals too, and one of mine is still listening to you. Not because I think you'll come back to me, but because your echo's all that still feels real to me. You're the last voice on my phone, the last light when the night gets long. I press play just to feel less alone, even though I know you're gone. And every word falls through me slowly, like rain through a house with no roof. You're the last voice on my phone, and the closest thing I have to truth. One day maybe I will let the silence win, maybe I will make peace with where we've been. But tonight I need that trembling little sound to remind me I was loved before I drowned. So speak once more from that old save file and break me gently for a little while. You're the last voice on my phone, the final spark I cannot lose, a fading thread of who we were, a wound I still somehow choose. The world keeps saying move on, my heart is still in that last tune, singing goodbye into my room. One more time, play your voice and let me weep. Forever feels too heavy now, like a vow I still allow. Every second pulls me in to where you live within. I don't know how to let it go, when every part of me still knows that even time can't rewrite what you are inside my life. This is the weight of forever, holding me under, pulling me deeper. Still hold on, even if the world divides, I will keep you in my life. You are the reason I carry this pain, the weight of forever remains. I've learned to live inside the fire, burning with a quiet desire. Every scar I cannot hide still spells your name inside. Even if I lose my breath, I would still choose this path, if it leads me back to that. This is the weight of forever, holding me under, pulling me deeper. Still hold on, even if the world divides, I will keep you in my life. You are the reason I carry this pain, the weight of forever remains. If forever breaks my chest, I will still do my best. Even broken, even torn, even broken, even torn, I will still be reborn inside the love we had. This is the weight of forever, but I would carry it forever. Every breath I sacrifice, you are the reason I never walk away. The weight of forever stays forever. The storm has carried us this far, through every break and every scar. But I can feel the turning tide, the moment pain begins to slide. Everything we lost before is not a wound anymore. It's the path that brought us here, through the silence, through the fear, until the storm turns to light. I will stay by your side. Every shadow fades away as we step into the day. You are the reason I survived the fight, until the storm turns to light. I used to think we'd fall apart, but you were always in my heart. Even distance, even time could never cross the line. Now I see it all so clear. Every loss brought us here, like a river finding sea. You were always part of me, until the storm turns to light. I will stay by your side. Every shadow fades away as we step into the day. You are the reason I survived the fight, until the storm turns to light. Let the past dissolve in air. We are already there. Every tear becomes a seed, growing everything we need. Love was always in between, until the storm turns to light. We were always meant to survive. Every broken part of me led me to where I should be. You are the reason I finally feel right, until the storm turns to light. The storm is gone, we remain. The light is here, we remain. And I am still yours, now and forever. When the city falls asleep, I hear my heart the clearest. Every passing car grows faint and your memory draws nearest. The streetlight paints the ceiling like a map of all we lost, and I count the cracks between us like a man who knows the cost. You used to say the night made everything a little kind, but now it only brings me all the things I left behind. The coffee shops, the train stops, the corners where we stood, all still holding on to us much longer than they should. I keep walking through these streets we knew, but every road keeps leading back to you. When the city falls asleep, I fall apart in pieces. Every window turns to gold, while mine stays dark and speechless. You were the light beneath my skin, the calm inside the noise. Now midnight is a lonely place, haunted by your voice. I saw a man last Tuesday wearing your old kind of coat, and for a second I believed in every lie hope wrote. I almost called your name out loud into the freezing air, but strangers never turn around the way you used to there. The truth is not that I miss you for one season of my life, it's that your love became the shape of all I knew was right. And now the world keeps moving with no mercy in its pace, while I am standing still memorizing your face. I smile by day, I break by night, and call that survival when I know it's not right. When the city falls asleep, I fall apart in pieces. Every window turns to gold, while mine stays dark and speechless. You were the light beneath my skin, the calm inside the noise. Now midnight is a lonely place, haunted by your voice. And if I saw you one more time, I would not beg, I would not run. How cold a lonely moon becomes, how silence gathers in a man, how love can stay long after hope and still feel just as tender. When the city falls asleep, I still look for you, I still a blurred reflection. Oh, the city falls asleep, I whisper to the dark me it all. Winter came early the year that you left. Frost on the windows, a weight in my chest. The trees looked like skeletons holding the sky, and I learned how quiet a man can cry. Your scarf still hangs by the old front door, though you won't be reaching for it anymore. I tell myself I should pack it away, but part of me needs one thing to stay. The cold gets in where your warmth once lived, and no coat can cover what your absence did. I still say your name in winter, like a prayer into the air, hoping somehow love can hear me, even when you're not there. Every snowflake falls so softly, but each one cuts me just the same, because the whole world turns to silence when I say your name. The mornings are hardest when light first appears. It lands on the floor and awakens the years. The kitchen, the doorway, the side of your chair, all of them waiting for someone not there. I met your brother downtown last week. He asked if I'm sleeping, I lied through my teeth. He said you seem happy, and I forced a smile, then walked through the cold for a long, lonely mile. I want your peace, but I can't deny, some selfish part of me still asks why. I still say your name in winter, like a prayer into the air, hoping somehow love can hear me, even when you're not there. Every snowflake falls so softly, but each one cuts me just the same, because the whole world turns to silence when I say your name. Maybe healing is not forgetting, maybe it is learning how to stand with an empty space beside you and no answers in your hands. Maybe love was never meant to leave completely when it ends. Maybe it becomes the coldest wind that follows you again. I still say your name in winter, though the season does not care. It keeps moving through the branches, leaving wide up beneath find me, because part of me will always live inside your name. Winter stays, the fire dims, I breathe you